3:47 a.m. The Strait of Hormuz, an invisible pressure blankets the narrowest waters on Earth. At a depth of 150 feet, an Iranian Kilo-class submarine executes what it believes is a tactical breakthrough: the launch of a Type 5365K torpedo, powered by an open-cycle turbine system using hydrogen peroxide H2O2. The torpedo accelerates to 45 knots. It leaves no surface bubble trail, no electromagnetic signature, a silent killer, operating on the principle of wake-homing self-guidance by detecting vortices and molecular density changes in the water behind an aircraft carrier's hull. Target: USS Abraham Lincoln, a $13 billion supercarrier. The question emerges: why is a weapon based on a 1960s design still classified as a red-level threat to the pride of the U.S. Navy? Does America's trillion-dollar defense architecture truly contain a blind spot against this classical wake detection technology? The ocean remains silent. The torpedo closes in. Time to impact: 11 minutes 43 seconds. The answer lies in the darkness itself. Iran underestimated. The AN/SQQ-89V-15 system aboard USS Abraham Lincoln. Not blind. No blind spots. The instant the Kilo's torpedo tube doors opened, pressure shifted abruptly. A transient pulse was generated. Short, sharp. DSP algorithms aboard the escorting destroyers isolated it in just 0.8 seconds. Oceanic white noise filtered out background noise at 85-90 decibels. The transient pulse stood out in the 1.24 kHz band. Estimated source level: 210 decibels re-1 NIPA at 1 meter. Every object moving underwater leaves a trace. Even with hydrogen peroxide propulsion, no large bubble plume, the propeller still produces collapsing microbubbles. They generate a distinctive acoustic pattern. Spectral fingerprint: a peak at 2.5 kHz, harmonics extending to 10 kHz. Sonobuoys and seabed hydrophone arrays recorded continuously. They knew the Kilo's position to within plus or minus 50 meters. Knew its covert speed: 6 knots. Knew its depth: 150 feet. So why didn't the US Navy neutralize the submarine immediately, instead allowing the torpedo to close in? Arrogance or mathematical calculation? Let the torpedo leave the tube. Confirm hostile intent. Collect a complete acoustic dataset. Avoid unnecessary escalation if this was only a probe. But once the torpedo committed time to impact, 11 minutes 43 seconds, the Aegis system shifted to kill mode. This was not waiting. This was control. Iran believed it achieved surprise. The United States turned surprise into a trap. The acoustic matrix does not sleep. It listens, classifies, predicts, and waits for command. The reason was not arrogance, but the establishment of an undeniable kill zone. When the Iranian torpedo reached a range of approximately 8,000 yards, the destroyer USS Stockdale engaged. A RUM-139 VLASROC missile launched from the vertical cell surged skyward, then released a Mach 54 torpedo directly over the target. Speed: Mach 1.2. Apogee: after 12 seconds of flight, the Mk-54 separated from its casing. Free fall into the ocean. Activation depth: 30 feet. The Mk-54 employs high-frequency active sonar to generate a 3D map of the incoming torpedo. Instead of a direct collision, the Mk-54 detonates at close proximity, producing a maximum pressure shockwave. Under the law of momentum conservation, this impulse deforms the Type 53's turbine compression system, causing hydrodynamic instability and structural failure under extreme seawater pressure. Imagine the Iranian submarine commander inside a steel hull under 10 atmospheres of pressure, hearing rapid US sonar pings striking the hull at close range. Is that a game of hide-and-seek, or the sound of a mathematically calculated sentence being executed? The hunt does not stop. An MH-60R Seahawk deploys from Lincoln. No active sonar, no ping. only a magnetic anomaly detector MAD. A Kilo-class submarine, 2,300 tons of steel, distorts Earth's magnetic field. MAD registers the deviation. Detection range: 1,200 feet at an altitude of 200 feet. Signal confirmed. A sonobuoy diamond pattern locks the coordinates. The pilot issues the command. A second Mk-54 is released. Water entry at 50 feet. Active sonar activates at 25 kHz. Source level 218 decibels. Target classified in 3 seconds. The torpedo accelerates. Precision strike beneath the sail. A 44 kilograms warhead detonates in close proximity. Shockwave pressure: 1,100 pounds per square inches at the core. The hull does not rupture catastrophically, but a 1.2 meters fracture forms along the pressure hull. External pressure at 300 feet, 135 pounds per square inches. Seawater floods in. Flow rate: 800 gallons per second. Alarms echo through the vessel. The crew initiates emergency procedures. Compartments are blown. Compressed air injected at 3,000 pounds per square inches. The submarine surfaces in 4 minutes, fully incapacitated. Engines dead. Sail exposed. Crew emerges onto the deck. Hands raised. Surrender. This is not an ending driven by brute force. It is hydrostatics, cold and precise. Seawater pressure, unforgiving. Iran loses a submarine. The United States expends no additional firepower, just one link in a chain, and the chain is not yet complete. The battle shifts from the seabed to the sky. 2 Fa-18E Super Hornets launch from Lincoln. MALS catapults accelerate them to 180 knots in just 3 seconds. Altitude: 25,000 feet. Speed: Mach 1.3. Time to target: 9 minutes. AGM-88E AARGM missiles are launched, 4 per aircraft. Emitter memory stores the last known coordinates. Iranian radar at Bandar Abbas powers down. Futile. The missiles retain the photonic fix with plus or minus 10 meters accuracy. Speed: Mach 2. A 150-pound warhead detonates inside the radar complex. Antennas collapse. Secondary explosions propagate. Simultaneously, 4 BGM-109 Tomahawk missiles from USS Stockdale and USS Dewey race in. Sea skimming at 100 feet. Tercom terrain matching confirms the route. SEP accuracy: 2 meters. The first 2 strike reinforced concrete submarine bunkers. 1,000-pound warheads breach the roof structure. The next 2 neutralize the torpedo storage and command bunker. Debris scatters across a 300 meters radius. This is multispectral punishment, from photonics to terrain. No evasion, no forgiveness. In 14 minutes, the war equation was solved. The U.S. operating costs of helicopters and aircraft in return. Eliminating a modern Kilo-class submarine, completely neutralizing the Bandar Abbas submarine base. No American casualties. No change to the Lincoln route. This is not a gunfight. This is bandwidth dominance. Lincoln prevails because it processes data faster than the speed of sound in seawater 1,500 meters per second, logged from port departure and sustained through continuous surveillance by the SOSUS sonobuoy network. Future warfare does not belong to those with stronger muscles, but to those with superior algorithms. Mission complete. Victory acknowledged. Until next time,